Hello, hello, good evening. Hi there out there, and this is New Thought Media Network's Evening Prayers. And I am Reverend Lisa Williams, and I'm here to share a prayer with you. Today is February 28th, 2021, and we are so glad that you are here with us this evening. So thank you so much for joining me. So this time we do a prayer, and it goes from 8:15 to 8:30, and we have it on evenings, and we also do it in the mornings, Mountain Time at 8:15 to 8:30. So thank you very much for joining me this evening. So let's see, I'd like to say hello out there. Hi, Facebook and YouTube. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. So what we're going to talk about tonight is affirmative prayer. So the style of prayer that we do comes from, we use New Thought and Ancient Wisdom. We put them together for a beautiful faith and philosophy, and that's what we go by when we talk about prayer. So we come from an affirmative perspective, knowing and recognizing that we are connected to that divine intelligence, we are connected to that divine presence. And so because we are connected to that source, we can come from an affirmative perspective, knowing that we are connected to that source. And so we can do it in an affirmative manner instead of begging and pleading. We know that God or Spirit is listening to our prayers and is available to us, and we are connected to it. So thank you very much for being here. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So what we're going to talk about, I usually like to do a little bit of a reading, and then we'll move into the prayer. So my readings come from, most of the time, I use my poor beat up old book. It's called Richer Living, and it is from Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And this is a daily guide, and they are two of our great New Thought leaders. So I always like to share a little reading from this book. So the one that I've chosen today is called Christ in Me. This Christ is perfect, invisible presence back of, in and through every living thing. Just as there is but one God or first cause, so there is but one in man, and the manifestation of divine spirit is in and through all people. Throughout all the ages, this Christ has come with some degree of clarity to those who have meditated long and earnestly upon the nature of divinity. The divinity is in everything. There is that divinity in everything. So I love that. I love that. I love that. So today I permit Christ to be born into my consciousness. I permit Christ to be born into my consciousness. Today, I realize that Christ is universal, and it is appearing in every deed of goodness, truth, and love. As I unveil the Christ in my own nature, I know that the countenance of this same Christ will be revealed to me through others. I enter into my divine inheritance through the recognition of my union with this supreme spirit. So what we're talking about here is the divine inheritance. So what we know about that is that divine, we're born in the image and likeness of God, and we are born in that divine inheritance that we can receive all the good that should come to us through that connection of God or Christ. We talk about Christ consciousness. The Christ consciousness I like to think of is all of the divine qualities we think of with Jesus or Jesus Christ: love, forgiveness, peace, beauty, unconditional love, all of those beautiful qualities that are of the like mind of Jesus Christ is in that Christ consciousness. So when we think that we are operating in and through that Christ consciousness, we are talking about and expressing and experiencing those divine qualities of God, those divine qualities of Christ through the Christ consciousness. So that is what we're talking about in the reading. We're talking about divine inheritance and Christ consciousness that lives within us. So I want to say hello. Hi. Thank you guys for coming in. Hi, Kathy. So good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And we have Jana Lee Black. Thank you very much. Oh, look at, and this is Diego. Hi, Diego. He's in the New Thought, the New Thought Media logo on your phone. Hey, that's okay. We're glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Awesome. Thank you guys for being with me. So yes, so that's what we're talking about, the Christ consciousness. So in that thought, I would like to let you know that you can send us a prayer request at prayer@ntmedia.org, as you see here below. It's listed below. We invite you to send us your prayer requests. We're happy to support you with that. So go right on ahead. You can go to prayer@ntmedia.org, and the entire prayer team will pray on your request for the entire week. So let us know what you need support on. We are here to support you. So know that you're not alone, and we are here to support you in that. So I would like for us to, who else is here? Oh, Ty's here. Hi, Ty. Thank you for being here. Wonderful. Thank you guys for coming in. Christ consciousness is the thoughts, and divine inheritance are the two things that I shared about in my reading. So we'll move into prayer now. I would like to invite you guys to just join with me. We're just going to move into a prayer. We're going to start. I always start, if you're sitting, you can close your eyes, just relax, feet on the ground. We're going to center ourselves right now. A couple of deep breaths. Breathe in with me. One more. And with that cleansing deep breath, we know that that breath is the breath of life. That is the breath of God that breathes us right here, right now. For we know that every breath, it is the breath of God. It is the breath of life. It is the breath of that divine. As we breathe in, we just breathe in that love and that light, knowing that we are surrounded by it and through it, in and through it, moving in and through our body, our mind, our soul. We are connected to this divine source. Some of us call it God, universe, universal presence, omniscience, life force, divine intelligence. All of these great references are the references of what some of us call God. As we know and recognize that we are centered right here in that presence of God, by our very being here, by our very breath, we are connected to that divine source. So we know and recognize that there is a divine intelligence that operates in and through everything and everyone. And we know that we are connected to it. We are one with it, regardless of any circumstance. As we know that we are connected to this divine source, we know that it is through our divine inheritance. It is through our very breath as we inherit the beautiful qualities and the nature of God, experience that love and that peace and harmony in our beings. For we are human beings, but we are spiritual beings first. And as we live and move and breathe within that, knowing that we are connected to that source, we know that with God, with life, with our breath, anything is possible. So as we sit this evening and we know and recognize that we are surrounded and immersed in that love and that light through our divine inheritance, for it is our divine birthright to experience that love and that peace and that light and that harmony, health, abundance, wisdom, guidance, joy. For all of these qualities are the qualities of God. They are the qualities of life. They are the qualities that live within us. We are connected to them right here, right now, this very moment. We know that with everything, with God, every what we know is we are connected to that source. We can tap into that source, tap into that intelligence, and it can support us in anything that we're going through, any situation that you may be experiencing right now. Maybe a health issue, prosperity, or communication or lack thereof. Any situation that might be going on in your life or that is going on in the world. We just know and bring it back and center ourselves into that peace, into that space of knowing that with our divine birthright, we can experience all the happiness and all the good that we desire. For it is right within us. It is our very source that lives within us. Where we live it, we breathe it. We connect to it, body, mind, and soul. We just use this type of time together through prayer, through meditation, through 1 minute pause, through taking time to do our spiritual readings, connecting to our source that lives within us through our very breath. As we connect to that source, know that all of our prayers and all of our concerns can be answered. As we listen to our inner guidance, we will be led on the perfect path. As we express, we just allow this time together to be blessed, for we know and recognize that that divine love operates in and through each one of us. This omnipotent presence is available and it is right here with us, right here, right now. And so as we center and settle ourselves into this evening, on a Sunday evening, hopefully you're taking time to rest and nurture your body and your mind and your spirits. And as we move on into sleep here in a bit, know that it comes with ease and grace. We easily fall asleep and just trust and allow that divine wisdom to come to us, maybe in a dream. Just tap into it and allow it to connect, allow it to resonate within you. So with a grateful heart, I know and recognize that we are surrounded by that love and light, and you are that light. And so I'd say thank you, Spirit, and thank you, universe. And together we know, and we say, and so it is. And so it is. And so it is. So there is your prayer for this evening. So I hope that it lulls you off to sleep. And hopefully you're taking some time to connect with yourself, connect with your loved ones, and just take time to be present. Wonderful, wonderful. This is beautiful. Thank you guys for being here. So I have just a couple of quick announcements. I wanted to share with you that we have a Monday coming up. As always, we have Laura Hopper. She's on in the mornings. She comes from the UK, so she's really great. You can listen to her 10 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Mountain time. We also have, who else is Mondays? We have, what else is going on Monday? I know there's a couple other things going on. What else? We also have me coming up. I just like to share that you can tune in to me on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. I have my new show, my new half-hour time of connecting with each other. I always have a message, and so I'm working on what's going to be the messages for March coming up. So I would love for you to tune in and check into that. It's going to be really great. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you guys. Let's see. I think, what else do we have coming up? There's all kinds of wonderful things coming up. There's also the morning sip. You can always tune into that too. If you tune into us at 8:15 Mountain Time, Monday, all through the weekday, there's the prayer at 8:15, and then morning sip is right after that. And Reverend Melissa does a wonderful job as well. So you can definitely tune into her. I'm looking for her, the little thing that shows. Anyway, so thank you for joining me, you guys. Just really quick, I wanted to remind you to pick up one of my books, 4 Fabulous Fairy Tales and Mindful Mini Meditations. This is written by my daughter and I, and she so wonderfully helped me put this book together when she was little. She was probably around 3 or 4, if I remember correctly. I'm looking for, I had a banner in here. Here it is. 4 Fabulous Fairy Tales and Mindful Mini Meditation. You can pick one up on Amazon, or you can also message me in Facebook, and I can send you an autographed copy. So check into that. It's got some beautiful stories and messages about love, kindness, compassion, friendship, a lot of the wonderful qualities that we need to learn. It's designed for kids 4 to 8 years old, and there's some beautiful meditations in there. So check it out. It's a beautiful book. What else? I also would like to invite you to, for sure, support the New Thought Media Network by your gifts and your tithes and your offerings. We're so grateful and so appreciate anything that you can send our way, because this helps our network grow, and we're so grateful to you for anything that you can send in this direction. So check that out, and you can go to ntmedia.org and click on donate. You can also go above in the Facebook page. There's a place where you can click on the donate button as well there. So check that out, and we appreciate everything that you can send our way. Well, thank you so much for joining me this evening, you guys. It's been a pleasure. Divine inheritance and Christ consciousness. I want you to think about what is how do you operate in that essence of your Christ consciousness. When you connect into that energy, connect into that source, how does it express through you? How are you expressing it in your life with yourself and with others? So just take time to think about that before you go to bed tonight. All right. Well, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you guys again. Oh, let's see. Lara. Oh, Laura's coming. Oh, yeah, that's great. Laura's coming in. Lara is coming in to see Laura. Oh, that's going to be great. I didn't even know that. Thank you for telling me that. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. It's been a pleasure to see you and be with you. I will look forward to seeing you very soon, and come check out my show on Wednesdays at 1. Take care and blessings. Peace.